We get ourselves across there, ladies and gentlemen, and just ignore the fact that it said Saint Marie de Mont there. It's not Saint Marie de Mont, it is Hill 400, as you can see here as we zoom over it. Good evening, g'day, welcome to, what is it, Sunday night? Welcome to the channel and welcome to the main stage round 3 of HLL Seasonal. I am your host for the English-speaking side, Noppers. Hello! And we're going to see Chimera and the Raptors have a bit of a slapfest on Hill 400, a bit of dodging trees with vehicles maybe, I don't know. Who knows what we're going to see tonight, but this is round 3 of the main stage of the seasonals. What does that mean? It means that we haven't got long to go before we know who's definitely in the finals and who's struggling to get there. Let me press some buttons here. Let's have a look, see if I've got the sexy table correct tonight. Oh, I did. I got it right. Look at that. So, how did we get to this stage where we are now? Well, of course, for Chimera, we saw them, they won against ESPT in the first week there, and then they lost against the Line last week, and so now they're playing against the Raptors. And Raptors, of course, in that first week they lost, unfortunately for them, and in the second week, however, they won. So it's one apiece here for the Chimera and the Raptors team, and that's why you can see the 1-1 there for the column that we're in. Who's doing well? Well, the 4 teams up the top there. The Lion Corps, God, I can't remember, the DC, isn't it? And what the hell? So those 4 teams are doing really well. They've got through so far 2-0 into the stage they're in. So out of the 2 battles there tonight, 2 of those teams are going to go straight through to the playoffs with a 3-0 victory. Whoever wins out of this team tonight is going to get to fight the losers out of the top 4 there, which, you know, they're up in the top 4 for a reason, aren't they? So it's still a bit of a pushing shit uphill with a stick in the rain kind of situation for any of the teams here, because they're going to be playing against some of the top teams to get through. All right. However, you know, if they lose, then of course that's still not all over, because they go down into the 1-2 box, and that then gives them a chance to play against the winners of the 0-2s down the bottom there. You know, they've still got a shot at getting into the playoffs. As you can see how the table flows there. I'll keep it up for a while so people can actually see it and just sort of work it out for themselves. So we've got some big battles on at the moment as we sort of get into the pointy end of things, aren't we? You know, we're going to start seeing teams this weekend that'll get through. We'll see teams that won't get through down the bottom there, and then we'll see teams that are still fighting it pretty hard. Okay, let's get rid of the seasonal draw, and let's talk about the map that we're on. And this is a little bit of old footage I had of Hill 400. It's got some headings and stuff in the background. I apologise about that. But what does it look like on the ground there? That is Hill 400 map. So what can I tell you? It's a west-east map or east-west map, and the first 3 points everybody's going to be fighting over, it depends on which one appears, of course, is the Flak Pits, the Hill 400 itself, or the Southern Approach. What are a few things I can tell you about this map? One is that as you get the camera above Hill 400, you get capped out just above the tree line. Pain in the ass for casters. So we're probably going to be in a little bit close quarters footage tonight up in that area. And night time in Australia, by the way, so I'd say tonight. If we see Southern Approach or Flak Pits, you're still going to see some action up on Hill 400, but what tends to happen is that they have Overwatch positions shooting down into those positions to attack them, and defenders would be smart in trying to take that scenario. So effectively, the first part of the battle is that centre 2 columns, isn't it? And then from there, we'll work it out. We'll see who's winning, who's losing. Depends on which spawn points they are. I don't want to talk about it in too much depth. What I will say is this is a particularly interesting map, and the reason it is interesting is because it has a lot of trees. Hurtgen Forest is the same, but Hurtgen has that giant fucking valley in the middle of everything and 2 big ridge lines overlooking the valley. So you tend to get a very stereotypical play style from any of the teams, you know, depending on what the point is. It'll always be very similar. Hill 400 is a horse's ass of defense or attack. You've got people going everywhere. Once we get up to Rail River House kind of side of things, it can be quite challenging to attack that or defend it, I guess. It depends on which way you're looking at it and what you're actually doing at the time. But just about everywhere else on this map, you have a lot of options. And it is quite challenging to see airheads go in. It is quite challenging to stop light vehicles racing through the back lines of things. So, you know, if we're defending flak pits, for example, well, who's to say the opposition aren't running vehicles down the bottom of the map here? We wouldn't know. Unless we had somebody down there, we wouldn't have a frigging clue. So that is what I'm expecting a lot of tonight. The big tanks don't get as good a run here, just simply because it's such a brutal map to try and drive around. But you'll see some big tanks, there's no doubt. We're just starting to see the teams form, by the way. It's 50 on 32 at the moment as the Raptors actually start to fill up their side of things. So we'll get to that picture in a minute. But yeah, so I'm expecting to see a lot of smaller vehicles doing a lot of running around and dropping off squad leaders and all that sort of stuff. Certainly if I was the commander, that is what I would be doing. I would be getting dudes all over the place to set up garrisons and shit in the forest, because that's the other thing I'll point out now. This whole section of the map, Hill 400 in the middle there, is all trees and lots of terrain and, you know, bumpy ground and all sorts of shit. No one can find your stuff quite frequently. If you set your Garys up cleverly, they can last quite a while. OPs definitely. And so I find this is more agile for the attacker, this map. It gives you more options. Defending is hard on this map. But once you dig in somewhere as a defender, you do tend to be fairly well dug in. All right, let's get rid of that. Let's keep that background footage. So just with the background footage in mind there, I think we're floating over, what's the southern point again? God, Southern Approach. I think this is Southern Approach itself, actually, that we're just doing a 360-degree camera over at the time. You can see how close that ridgeline is, which means that people can approach you pretty quickly and get in rifle range pretty easily without you knowing they're approaching. So I'm expecting to see the team that is the most agile in the way they maneuver around the battlefield tonight to really have the upper hand on this one. All right, that's what I'm expecting. What else can I tell you? Well, nothing much really. We're almost there. We are probably one or two players away from being full. We've got some interesting names here. I've just got to show you this shit. Hang on a minute. Let's put the seasonal live stuff on. Oh dear. Okay, so putting the header page on there. This guy here. Do I call that out? Lapinu, of course, is the other caster tonight. He's casting in French, I believe. I did not get any time this week, and I am desperately sorry to the Raptors. Normally I reach out to the different teams and ask for information and get them to answer some questions for me and learn a bit about them and stuff. And I've had an absolute bastard of a week, and my plate has been chockers, absolutely chockers. And so I've had zero time to send something out to actually get a response back that I can process. And I do apologise for that. I do like that normally. So I'd be keen to hear from anybody in chat once this stream goes live, because it's 30-minute delay. I'd be keen to hear from anybody in chat what they know about the Raptors. Certainly they're not doing terrible. I mean, if we just pop back over to that warm-up page while we're waiting here and we get up to the seasonal draw again. Yeah, there it is. All right. So, you know, if we look at that, the Raptors, they've got the same sort of record here in this grouping as the Chimera team, and we know the Chimera team's pretty good if you've been watching any of the streams. So, you know, I'm expecting the Raptors are a pretty good bunch. I would love to hear something about them. I would love to have organised something with Lapino to actually have our two cams going, but I just didn't get time, unfortunately. Every day has been full. Anyway, so let's get rid of that page again, and we're still just waiting here. As you can see here, we'll go across to that front page. So I suppose it's not worth it. We'll just listen to the music for a minute. We're just waiting now. We're on 50v50. Keen to see this one get going. It is 8:30 on a Sunday night for me, and I'm in my tie. Why not? You know, I didn't come straight from church. For those that are wondering. While we're waiting for this to start, may I say, folks, I generally don't get much time for this because it's a 30-minute delayed telecast every week. And so I don't get time too much to engage with my chat. And it's probably not the type of streamer I am anyway, to be honest. But you know, I at the end of the battle, I actually watch the last 30 minutes with the chat and sort of try and say hello to a few people on that. But I miss a lot of things over on this screen here that I'm looking at, which is where the camera is, which is where my obs is and everything like that. There's a chat box there, and there's usually a lot of stuff going in there. Certainly in the last couple of weeks, there's been shit tons of stuff going on in there. It's great to see, but I don't get much time to read it while I'm casting, let alone engage with it. And often it actually distracts me a little bit, which makes me pause sometimes. Can I say, though, for those that are watching and those that are joining me on these streams, thank you. Genuinely thank you for being here, for coming along and watching. I know if this is the only stream on this particular match you get to watch, then you have to watch it and you have to put up with me. But I know there's a lot of positivity there in the community. I see people doing, blocks of subs, gift subs and stuff like that. And I thank you for that. The revenue that comes in on this stream literally just goes straight back to the community. I don't use it for anything myself. It's all for the community. So I do giveaways sometimes and that. I haven't done one for a while, just been too busy. But genuinely, thank you for being here, team. Thanks for being part of the streams, and thanks for supporting the stream. You know, your involvement here keeps me working my schedule to make sure I've got time to do these matches. So that I can enjoy them with you. I mean, I love casting it, don't get me wrong, and I love watching these matches, and it's great as a tactician to kind of think about how people's brains work. But it's also great to see people enjoying themselves, so thanks for being here, team. I do really appreciate it. We're still waiting here. We're 49 v 49 at the moment. I'm assuming somebody dropped off from both teams. I'll just check the chat on this. There is a chat box, but there's nothing happening there. If there's a match chat, they don't bring us casters in. We're not important enough anymore. All right, well, let's have a look at the players here. While we are waiting for this, let's go across to that main page. Seasonal Live, that's what I'm doing. All right, we're getting rid of the music. There we go. And we've just got the battle stuff happening there. So, oh, the map's changed. Somebody's missing, though, from the Chimera team. I'm wondering what's going on there. 49.50 at the moment. So these are your players, folks. This is who we've got at the moment. A bit of a look down here. Somebody might have had a drop last minute. I'm sure Chimera will try and work that out. It's on, ladies and gentlemen. It is on. We are cooking with Hill 400, and we'll see straight away what we've got. Oh, it's the Hill. We are going to be fighting over the hill, folks. Now, once we get the header bar up, I'll show you what's going on and who's who in the zoo. Let me just find my squad here. Cooler, option squad. It's the only way I can level shit is as a caster, right? All right, let's pop ourselves down the bottom here. We'll do a fly past of the Raptors side of things down the India column, and we'll have a bit of a look-see. But for now, we will just get ourselves up and have a... Oops, we'll just press the right button. Rid of that. And away we go. So, folks, as I said before, it is Hill 400 itself that we are fighting over tonight. And someone's put in infantry. Yeah, the commander being VK of Chimera tonight, and generally the commander of Chimera. He's popped an infantry marker down there. He's expecting there might be one or two of those nasty Germans running around on the hill. Who knows, folks? Who knows? If we remember from the war itself, Hill 400 was an observation post, and it has wide-reaching view all around the Hurtgen Forest area. And there was a township just to the left, but something started with B, I can't remember, sorry. And so the Allies had to clear this hill out because it was an artillery observation point, and you don't want those things looking down over your positions because they can pick you off from a long way away and destroy your supply lines and everything like that. So tonight we're going to see the two teams fight over Hill 400 itself. Interesting point to note here, though, Royal River House is the Chimera secondary line, and that's probably useful for them. Whereas Trainwreck for the Raptors, not as defensible. That's my personal opinion, by the way. It's not as defensible. There's a lot more forestry out here. Royal River sort of has this open ground around it, big circular open ground. All right, let's have a look what we got from Chimera here. We've got light tanks going into the middle there, a couple of trucks worth of stuff. Down the bottom here, yeah, they're sending in those guys there for a bit of a first garrison down the bottom there, recon setting up now, supply truck going up north, and they're running a couple of trucks to the middle. But I think there's a lot of people sitting on the back of that. We'll rip over quickly and we'll have a look at what the Raptors are doing. And And we'll get onto their line. And we can hear a vehicle down below us. There's something there. Right, that's a recon straight up. So there's a Puma doing its thing. Spearing through the forest here. Do we have a lot in the middle? Or they're still trying to get the stuff together there. I can hear vehicles trying to get in. That truck's ready to go. Now these guys are ready. Okay, so we're up north now, folks. Yep, taking that main road in. I think Chimera got the advantage here. They'll get to the hill quicker because it's a windy road for these guys unless they take cross country. But they are sending all sorts of shit there. That's a whole German column. Oh my god, that's almost their entire team. So they're sending most of their team up through that area. Popping the header bar on for this match, you will see Chimera are the allies. They are the top left there. They'll be blue the entire time. And allied marker there. Whereas the Raptors are on the right. They are the Axis players. They'll be the orange/red, whatever colour you like it to be. And we are off and running, folks. And we've got some supplies going in there from the Raptors as well. I just saw it in between Trainwreck and Hill 400 itself. You can see I'm height capped, by the way, here for the camera, so I can't go any higher than this. So there is going to be some close-in work. I guess, you know, that's always good for the viewers to see a bit of that, but we do want to watch the strategic play. Listen to that arty go, though. Listen to it go. I'm kind of interested to see where that's landing. Boom, that's over the back there. There's... Oh, they've got pre-barrages. Okay, so look at that line of pre-barrage going in there. It's a bit off, though. It's hitting in buildings and stuff like that. They're off. They're just slightly off. They're not hitting the road. Look at that Chimera wave coming up there, up the main area there. That's interesting. They've gone straight for the guts at that point. They are starting the cap, of course. They're just getting those people up there. That Chimera infantry, though, is going to run into a bit of trouble. Let's have a look and see what's happened here. There is something that's blown up over here. That is a truck. That has to be a truck from Raptors. And is it? I can't. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness me. That is a great kill from Chimera. They've picked up a truckload of trouble there from the Raptors. I reckon that is half of their attacking force that has been destroyed there from that wave that we were looking at. And oh, Daniel Koo just wore a rocket. I reckon Raptors just lost 50% of that force. There's a nice shot from Red 6. This is a great start from Chimera there. Their artillery's been on point, whereas the Raptors just slightly too far north there. And it's first blood definitely to Chimera here. They got 50% of the cap so far. Raptors really need to take stock of what just happened and try and get some bodies on point as quick as possible. We can see that there's 1, 2, 3 squad lead. Oh, well, there's only 2 now. Now there's only 1. Chimera trimming them down quite nicely. Heavenly there on the south side just picked up a few. Bit of trouble here for Chimera. They haven't got enough on the south side of Hill 400, and Raptors have pushed up through that way. There's that second wave now. It's probably come off a garrison at the back there after being destroyed a little bit. The Stuart's up on the hill quite nicely there, in position, ready to go, picking up anything that comes over the hill. Jam's in a great spot in that trench system there, but he's got a hell of a... Well, he's not anymore. He's been called out by the caster, and now he's dead. So Raptors Artillery finally doing some good work there. Axis supplies going in over there. We can see to the 1 o'clock position, dropping over behind the trees there. Chimera are going to take the point early, but they're not going to be able to hold it for very long at the moment. It's going to be 50-50 and probably blinking a little bit in a second. Raptors putting some pressure on the point there after a devastating loss in that first part. So great work from Chimera. First blood and first capture for them. 3-2 to Chimera at the moment. This game is 6 minutes in at the moment, folks, and we are seeing a brutal battle straight up. Brian down the bottom here, we're having a look-see at what's going on the south of the map. No, this is the north, isn't it? That's right, I'm flipped around at the moment. Big Chimera force up here. That's quite surprising, actually. Hill 400 just starting to be contested now. As we can see, all of those Raptors are sweeping up that hill quite nicely. And that's going to be, as I said before, it's going to be a problem for Chimera because they don't have enough people up there. And they just lost a whole bunch more there from artillery. I saw that shell at the 11 o'clock position. And for those watching who don't understand what I'm talking about with clocks and that, if we look at the screen right now, we say 12 o'clock is up the top and 6 o'clock's down the bottom, 3's on the right and 9's on the left. It's a clock face, folks, and that's how we are able to point out where I'm looking at any given time, because it's a big bloody screen. There's a lot going on. Okay, so right now at the center of screen, we can see this Raptor push on the hill is doing fairly well. They are just pressing. Oh, that's another kill down there from something. I think that's another Raptors vehicle destroyed down there. They're not having much luck at all coming along that road. That artillery is pounding. There is a tank there, of course, you can see there. That's the Panzer IV just whipping up there onto the hill. That's going to be a problem for the Stuart there if it's still alive, of course. But I think the 75 is there now as well. Yeah, there's the 75 on the point there. We are at max zoom, by the way. Oh, they've got 2 tanks up here now. So that's an interesting strat from Chimera. They don't have a lot of infantry up here, but there are 2 tanks on the hill. So not a bad play there at all. However, you can see everybody wants a piece of tank. We've got an assault, an AT, an AT, all coming in from the left there, trying to get shots on to that pair of tanks. This 75 is looking now and saying, oh, okay, this is going to be fun. We've got another AT coming on the right there as it's infantry, as the Chimera infantry starts to die out on that right side. Great push here from the Raptors, probably going to actually put pressure on the point now and start to take it in a second. We've got 8 minutes down. 8 minutes down, folks. What an exciting start this is. Absolutely brilliant start from Chimera, of course, but Raptors are really on it. They have got bodies all over the place, moving up on that hill, pushing back quite firmly. Kanachi just got shot down there, of course, by Bobby. Another one, Gotrek got him as well. So Bobby's in a great position there as an Overwatch position to start taking these guys down. They got Recon in there as well. Chimera in a bit of trouble here, folks. On this hill, Chimera in a bit of trouble. They are just starting to have the blink happen again. Whipping around to the south side now. This is southern approach over this way. Somewhere down below us is southern approach, by the way. And Raptors have managed to get a garrison around the back there where those supplies dropped earlier. And as I said, this is what it's all about. Being agile on this map is what it is key. What is key? And Raptors have got a garrison down the back there now. And Anicio is pushing up the hill behind the Chimera guys. And you can see there all of the other Raptors pushing up. Chimera are going to lose this point, I reckon, unless they acknowledge that there's a garrison down the back there and try and deal with it. They're going to lose this point. And Jinx, I think, has seen some infantry running across there now. We are... Well, we're still holding there from Chimera. Let's have a quick look at the map, see what they've got for the setup. Plenty of garrison options. Can't understand why they've got so many troops up here at the moment. The threat's down this way. You can see that garrison's lit. You can see that's lit down here. We can see tanks in this area here. There's a lot of bodies up in that area. A lot of bodies. Probably about 3 more than I'd want up there. I'd want more coming down this way. Just to stop that obvious funnel that's going to come in here from Trainwreck from Raptors. I mean, that garrison down here is lit as well. They're going to funnel from Trainwreck as well as other areas, of course. But Trainwreck's their defensive point. They're always going to be feeding troops from there. So that you've got to control that sector, of course, and just keep a little bit of pressure on Trainwreck. At the moment, they're not. Jinx has come back. He's killed some, and he's got taken down as well. They're still spawning on that garrison. Just over there at their 8, 9 o'clock position. Zywaday, I should say. A lovely little symbol next to his name, too. Are they all cute? Look at the little trademark things going on there. Raptor slashes and everything. It's just great. All right, having a sip of coffee. We've got Axis supplies dropping up there at the 11 o'clock position. I can see that happening right there in front of us. We've got Allied position supplies dropping on Hill 400 itself. They've got to try and build something down the bottom here. They're getting pounded down this south flank. Absolutely pounded. Boom, there you go. Another one just went in as well. And there's a tank down here somewhere from the Raptors. Interesting, I've got the Chimera guys pushing out here, and then they've got lots of Raptor guys in between them and the point. They've got another blob of Chimera there, and then that blob down here as well. Andy, the Grenadier, I see he's changed his name now. Chimera, of course, didn't have a win last week, so Andy didn't get the Grenade of Saving Grace for that one. But look at this going on the hill right now. There's guys coming up behind. Mab just got chopped down. Jam has no idea what's going on there. He doesn't know where they're coming from. You can see he's looking, he's trying. He's going to shoot down to Romanicus, and he got picked up at Odrade. Oh, they're going to test me tonight, these names. Odrade's just pushing in as well, and now we can see the point starting to get taken. I'm interested to see where he puts the air. Look at that recon. That is a good recon. That is going to light up what's going on for them pretty well. Although I'm not sure if he's going to get much down that way, actually. Yeah, you get a couple down there. But that's where their garrison is. Chimera in a bit of trouble there. They're not going to hold this. They're not going to hold this at all. That tank is lonely now on the point. It's trying desperately to kill whatever it can. I'm not sure why the machine gun's pointing towards the building though. It's got its nose pointing towards the building. That seems kind of silly. I'd get that on an advance arc. I don't understand why the tank's actually pointed towards the building. But these things happen sometimes, and we don't know. We just accept that they are what they are in the battle at the time. There he goes. He's turned his tank around now, and he's moving forward a little bit. Lots of Chimera on the point now, so they've understood the threat a little bit. Here's this interesting battle that's going on up here to the north. And we'll just get that perspective going on there. We've got still a lot of Chimera up here, probably warranted actually. It looks like there's a bit of a excellent play coming in here from 7-Up and Tikalu. Sure. He's just been picked off, of course, because I called his name out once I finally actually said it. Probably didn't say it right, but it's been said. Now he's dead. That's probably a way a team could pay us casters to win a match if they wanted to, isn't it? Say people's names so they die lots so that, you know, they get casters. Because anyway, Chimera, well, they're not gaining any ground here, but they're not losing it either. There's some sort of interesting strafe. Look how low that plane went. They've held on to the point here fairly well now. There's some good shots going in. I think it's probably time to go and have a look at that artillery because it is making a game-changing saves at the moment. Let's take a look here at what's going on back here. So we've got 4 on artillery from a Chimera right now, 3 plus a loader on 1 gun. And welcome to the stream there, ladies and gents, for those that have just joined in, of course. We're going to the live. I just want to have a look and just see that that looks okay and that it's going to sound okay. I'm running solo tonight. So that's the Chimera artillery, and they've got Crackshot there. Probably doing a little bit of recon work to try and stop what's going on. Just seeing this up here, there's recon guys from Raptors are sort of sweeping up there to the Chimera garrison up north. Good play there. Let's have a look over here. An engineer, a lonely engineer on the back of a Panther. All right, it's Panther time. Let's see what they've got for artillery. They've got 5 on artillery plus the 1 engineer running around the back there building barricades, I'm guessing. You don't, from memory, you don't really need to do a lot. Yeah, see, they're pretty protected from short to medium range here. Long range sniper fire would pick them off. But, you know, you've got to get there, of course. And it's early in the battle. We're 14 minutes in, ladies and gents. And Chimera still hold on to Hill 400, but it's a tenuous hold. It's very, well, you can see for yourself. Look at all that infantry in there from Raptors. They're just pressing the point pretty well. Chimera in a bit of trouble on it. They've lost that garrison in here, whatever that was. You can see they're pushing some bodies in there. They've got all round stuff going on here. Is this going to be one of those matches where we just quite literally watch the entire match get played on this one spot, and because nobody can really give up anything? That artillery is going to make all the difference today, folks. That artillery is absolutely going to be game-changing. So whoever's got their artillery on point for this match, critical kills at the right time. We'll get ourselves around here and see that 75 still there. Haven't seen, just quickly checking, have they got a 76? 76 down below us. All right, so the big boys are out now. And they are using a lot more tanks than I was expecting. Now that tank's starting to get a bit of a pasting though. You can see he's going to wear a couple of rockets there. He won't be able to survive many of those. 2 Rocketeers shooting him from the front. There he goes. That's the end of the 75 on the point. He had a good run, but now he's dead. 76 down to our 4 o'clock position somewhere. Mav there playing tag in a bunker with a couple of the Raptor guys. Oh, and they've picked him off quite nicely there. And Raptors are starting to take the point now. That 75 was holding on well. Raptors, though, are going to take this point, folks. They are going to take this point. They are going to pick this off, and that'll be the end of Chimera's hopes on the point for the moment. Hoping the sound's coming through okay. I couldn't just check that just yet. It's still just setting up, isn't it? Okay, but great play here from the Raptors. Great steady pressure on the point. That 76 is going to need to be careful for 2 reasons. 1, we know there's a Panther going up to the point, and 2, it's going to be a little bit isolated without much in the way of infantry supporting it. So Chimera have lost some stuff here. They've got a few backup garrisons. They've got a nice line of garries there, actually. That's not too bad. 1 more in here, and I think they'd have the defensive line set up, but they need to be on the attack, and they don't have enough going on down here. This is the area I think they lost out on. He's pushing supplies forward. That's not ideal right now when you're 50% down on this point. Yes, I get that they're probably trying to set up for the next stage, thinking they're going to win this one, but at the moment, it's not looking good at all. They're contesting. That's okay. Where are they contesting from? This wave here. Is it contested? No, they're still losing it, folks. They're still losing it. Raptors playing very well here. A good recovery from the Raptors. It took a little bit, but they're just starting to pick it back off here. I think the tanks are going to make the difference. Wondering where that Panther got to. Get ourselves around the back of the point here. No, around this way. Oh, that's a 76 getting... A lone 76 getting shot in the arse. That is terrible. That is an absolute waste. At this level of competition, there should not be a tank driving up, getting picked off by enemy infantry like that. It just should not happen. I don't even care who's in the tank. That was terrible. So, Raptors down the bottom here, coming in through the southern approach area. Look at them go. They are really rolling Chimera back quite hard here, though. That's a great body of wave up the hill here. This is the Korean rush, or the Russian rush. Chimera trying to get up the hill and get into the point. They're doing okay-ish, but they're not going to take it. This will be VK's in there. and it's always frustrating as the commander if you can get into the point but your team can't. VK doing well, they're taking down Perko. So Raptors with a great take here are going to take this point back. It's blinking a little bit, but I think they've got the numbers. I really do. They'll take the point. So for the first time now, Raptors hold Hill 400, and it's up to Chimera to try and push back now and take it back from them. And it would be lovely to see where the Raptors garrisons are at the moment, but we definitely know there's one over that way somewhere. There's one down that way. I think they might have got that one actually. There's definitely one down there somewhere. There's one up that way somewhere, which Pell and Butter are trying to get, and there's one down in here somewhere. All right. So that's what we know about the Raptors garrisons. They've probably got a few more around over to the west a little bit. We know there was remember there was some stuff up here as well. There was some supplies up this way earlier. I reckon Red 6 might be up there looking for that. Probably trying to pick off a garrison. So well done to Raptors for taking that back. And now Chimera, of course, with the wall of bodies that managed to get up here, as the artillery's been ripping people apart on the hill, we just start to see, oh, that was unlucky there for Watchman. He's picked off Bobby, but he's been taken himself. Chimera just starting to take the point back again now. So this is a good little attack. The Raptors, just the swarm wave coming in there. Oh, tough fight this. Very, very tough fight. We are going to get down in and have a look closely. We know what the battle looks like at the moment. We know what's going on. We'll keep an eye on things every so often, but let's have a look on the ground what's happening. So these guys here are trying to get across to that bunker system, of course, but they've got to take this first bunker system. And the artillery is now pounding everything. Gotrex put one into the bunker and he's taken out old mate who's in there, so nice shot there. Grenade gone in as well. See that wave coming in from the right hand side here. Diesel's got to keep his eyes open there. He's looking, he can see, no he can't see any movement. He's taking a quick look. He's taking another look. He's going to get shot here as he runs across. Oh, he's not even looking. Oh, he's been picked up one squad. Down he goes. Gotrex now with all the work to do there as Diesel's been taken down. You can see here more Chimera running down below me here. Fable and DTV. Gosh, it's intense down here, isn't it? Flicks in the bunker. Wow, Chimera just getting rolled here by Raptors. Nice wave coming out of that central bunker area there, just ripping it past the 1s and 2s that Chimera have got on the page at the moment. So yeah, unlucky for them. Now, I didn't change the bloody icons this week either, did I? So the line is still one of the things you can put in the chat there, but Chimera, the Australian flag, a few other things in there. Again, I've just had no time this week. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to get on top of that stuff, but it is challenging. Chimera in a bit of trouble here, though, at this stage, 20 minutes into the battle, and the Raptors have come down now that hill really nicely. They still hold this ground down here, though, Chimera, quite convincingly. But look at that, 1,000 metres away, there's a ping. That's a set of supplies. We've got, just have a look to see what the Raptors are doing. They're doing Riverside. There you go. Heavenly and her squad down here again, defending the point. And you can see it's a lot easier to defend. We'll take a quick look at what it looks like in here. You can see there's a bit more open ground. All right, so that's the first thing. You get some bodies in here. They can shoot in sort of different directions. A couple of people can defend pretty well. Throw an OP, garrison. Here is a half-track, though, and that is a Raptors half-track. And the commander of the Raptors is a smart player. He's rolled a Raptors half-track in to the point itself. There's not a Chimera defender to be seen. This is about to get very untidy here. From the Raptors' perspective, it's going to get really sexy. Although he's going a long way. He's going way over the back there. And Andy now knows he's there and he's going, oh fuck, there is a half-track right here. Andy looking for that kill. Oh, no, he's missed him. He's missed him. Oh, he's got him. And Andy and Hulla there. Very, very big game-saving play here. The commander of the Raptors there should have just fucking parked it. He's tried to drive it around too far. So, just trying to be too clever there. He could have parked it on the point, just down there in the hill, down here somewhere, I don't know, somewhere a little bit further back, but not too far back. But because he took so long there, it gave the Chimera guys a chance to actually do something with it. So, well done there to them. They'll probably go and pick that up. But look at this. This is a mess. Their front lines have fallen apart for Chimera. Now, they are losing this fight quite convincingly at the moment. We've got... the recon players are now starting to work their way around towards the artillery from the Chimera team and start to put pressure on that artillery, which has done really well so far, but there's pressure starting to fall on Roe River House there as well. It just blinked again. The commander of the Raptors, of course, he spawned down here. There's a garrison down here somewhere. That was that set of supplies from earlier, which nobody's been able to find from Chimera so far by the look of that. They've got bodies in this southern area southwestern area here, which we're floating over right now, which means they're controlling that sector. Chimera trying to control the downslope from on their own side from the hill, but they're also getting pushed there pretty well. And look at this big wave coming in now from the Raptors. This is pretty brutal play from them, and Chimera just don't seem to have anything to offer at the moment in relation to defensive play. They're just getting pulled apart, and attacking play, I'm just not seeing it. They're finally making their way up the hill here, back to where the Raptors were attacking from before, but it's a very linear attack, and the Raptors are going to be able to defend against this pretty easily. I think that's my opinion. The gameplay's not here tonight, ladies and gents. The Chimera guys are not showing us their best. Their defensive line is not great. Look at that. Blob spawn is all you've got. Blob spawn is what's happening right now because they don't have as many options as they'd want. They've lost this entire sector. Let's have a look at that from a map perspective. Chimera don't have any control in here at all. They have no control in here at all. They're losing control in here, but they'll go in that back with those spawns. And they've never had control down here at all. And their attacks stalled on the hill. So they're in disarray. They are in disarray, folks. It's surprising to see. It is very surprising to see. Maybe the pressure's getting there. Maybe they're just a bit. Maybe a few people had a big weekend. It's possible, first week of December. Get on it. Okay. All the work to do here for Chimera. Great play so far from Raptors. They are really showing us why they deserve to be up in this main stage with some great play and some good sector control. And that's probably what's killing Chimera at the moment. Sunday night, isn't it? The Chimera team are just not quite there at the moment. Okay, their defensive line is sort of holding. We're going to keep an eye on that, though. I feel like they're under a lot of pressure there. Something's blowing up over the back there. Probably is that a tank? I can hear a tank. There he goes. That's a plucky little Stuart. Off he goes. Where are you off to, son? Let's follow you for a little bit. We know what's going on in the battle at the moment. We're going to follow the plucky Stuart because that went well on the bridge last week. I think that, and I've just seen some commentary. Welcome to chat, by the way, about 30 minutes ago. I've seen some commentary there about it. Keen to see how sneaky every team is, and that's what I was saying to you. Of course, that's what we've been responding to at the start there. Who's got the agility? I think the Raptors are absolutely showing the agility at the moment, whereas Chimera are probably struggling a little bit. They are, as I say that, of course, here we have, folks, a cap starting to occur from Chimera. The plucky Stuart's in there doing his thing, but he's about to get flanked by, yep, they know he's here and they're going to send everybody in. I would not be sitting still in that Stuart, I'm sorry. I would have gone straight to the point. It's too dense a terrain for you to be sitting still. I reckon that Stuart's going to be dead in about 10 seconds. Chimera, they're a nice little spawn wave onto the hill here. They've got to try and take out some Garys. You can see though they don't have at the 1 o'clock position. They do not have sector control there, which gives the. I reckon this is an airhead, by the way. Where is it? No, that's just supplies. Okay, so Chimera trying for a spawn up here, which is what they need to do, of course. There's all. Up there's the Stuart getting one in the butt. It's just lost its. It's lost its injured or something. Mugshot there. Oh, comes out. Von Luck got picked off. Mugshot there has managed to get a shot on whoever that was shooting, but Citrus now is not with any rockets left. However, Mugshot just got picked off on his own tank, and he will not be able to help his buddy now. And that tanker is just a static pillbox that's about to die, I reckon. Furo's going to come up. Kanashi probably needs to try and pick him off. We'll see what happens there as we watch that in the 4 o'clock position on the screen. Raptors have managed to hold on to the hill as I expected they would because they've got sector control on the right and left of it. Probably also the north side as well. We'll just get around there and have a bit of a look, won't we? The front lines are dissolving pretty well here at the moment. You can see lots of people all over the place. And this is what happens on this map, all right? So you've got to think outside of that a little bit. Oh, that was a satchel. Whose was that? Not sure. You've got to think outside that and expect that you're going to get shot from different angles. Cool. Okay. It's all about agility for spawns here. If you see where Jam, Short Ass and Panic are coming in, if they don't if they only meet mild resistance up there, there should be another 5 or 6 people come in that way and then spread out in a pincer move. So, you know, right now you can see what's on the hill. Very little. There goes the Stuart, by the way. So you could pincer up here, and then if the Raptors, as you start to get up the hill, as people start to die, spawn them over the other side. What happens there is that the enemy, being the orange team in this instance of the scenario we're talking about, they're responding to a bit of a wave down here, and they'll surge bodies this way. As you guys die down here, don't feed more into that grinder. Flip them over the other side. The guys down here will still be attacking, you know, and maybe feed 1 or 2 in. So maybe send 2 or 3 squads, say, for example, let's say 12 people attack from the bottom, and you lose 4. Those 4 now spawn on the other side while the remaining 8 keep attacking. And then if you keep losing those guys, you make sure that about 4 or 5 still stay here attacking, while the rest, as they die, flip up to the north side. It's the next level of how I would look at things as a commander. It really is. But it takes a lot of organisation to do random stuff like that. As in, you need to, as a commander, almost have cheat sheets so you can immediately go, Bloggs, Jones, Smith, Frankie, you guys, respawn, Golf 4, go. You know, and you can give that level of command and that level of granularity when you need to. That's the type of agility that you need in these types of battles. And we're just going to flick over here and have a look. The defence has finally sorted its shit out. Well done, defenders there. They got pressured pretty well there by Raptors, and that's a great play from them. Bubbles has just been mentioned in chat, so let's go down and focus on him, because this is sure to get him killed. Here he goes. Oh, he's doing the snipies. I like it, except I hate it when they're against me, these types of people. They pick you off from... Oh, yep, he's taking one off to the right there. Oh, and there he goes. In camera, Bubbles has been down by the enemy, but realistically, it's probably the streamer's fault. All right, flick it back up onto the hill here. You can see the Chimera attack is just... it lacks much of anything at the moment. It's got no punch, and it's getting pulled apart. And so something must be going on. Where are they going? Are they coming over this way where those supplies were? Did they get them? Well, they got plenty of supplies. There's a tank coming up. That's a 75. There's a 76 here. We've got spawns down here. Yeah, their attack's in tatters at the moment. And well done to Raptors for putting it that way, for making it that way at the moment. The Chimera team started off well. Now in 30 minutes, so we're 1/3 of the way through the match, folks, and it's definitely going Raptors' way at the moment. And they have strength in numbers and in their gameplay at the moment. Yeah, so you know, that's the problem for Chimera at the moment. They are definitely getting outplayed by another team, and so they've got the work to do. All right. So, we're looking at this southern attack here right now, and you can see those guys still getting picked up. They got the numbers here that they are actually doing some of that stuff that I wanted to see. I'm just going to bring up my channel and make sure it's all okay. That seems to be okay. Let's play that. Listen, see what we sound like.
As a caster, right?
Ah, there we go. It sounds like a knob. My words, not yours. And great comment there from Bluey. This got 3-2 written all over it with those points. Bloody oath, hasn't it? That's what's happening right now. I think Chimera got a bit of a scare just over here before on Rail River. They should not have been at that position where they were in that way scared. So cool. They've now consolidated here, but we'll get in and have a look. Going pretty slow at the moment. Watch their little push going up the hill here. I like getting in and watching this stuff. I really do. It's so much fun. Oh, not fun for whoever that... Die quietly, man. Damn it. Diesel. Yeah, not much fun pushing up through here. So refreshing the viewers on what it feels like down here in the scrub. For those American viewers, a scrub is bush for Europeans, if you don't know that as well. All right. Let's have a look. The only reason we know anybody's anywhere is because we can see icons, of course. But once you see them, once they start moving in the scrub there, look at that. See Fable? Oh, nice. Cabal just picked off Fable, did he? Or was that Storm? I can't tell. Somebody did. There's a nice little spawn in there from the Raptors. Chimera still don't have enough people pushing up here. They've got it there. There's old mate with his clever name. They're not getting anywhere at the moment, are they? It's hard work. But the quality of teams, you've got to expect this. So 1 hour to go, folks. Just under 1 hour to go. All the Raptors need to do is hold that point. But, of course, they won't be doing that. They'll be trying to take the next one as well, which is where it's down the right, isn't it? Yeah. VK now down there. Good place for the commander to be. Holding and watching. All right. Doesn't need to be in the fight. Needs to be commanding. So that's a smart move now from him. We can see these guys out here. The middle coop. He knows there's a threat out this way from Chimera, so he's just pushing around out there, probably trying to set something up as well. This middle area here is definitely getting dominated from Raptors. I love pushing down through here. This is one of my favourite areas to come down through because there's so much option you can give yourself there, and you generally get down onto the point without anyone seeing you because they're always looking the wrong way. Chimera are around the back here, but look at the Raptors shutting this down. Sort of. We'll see. There's quite a few Chimera guys. Probably a bit late. This push out here from Chimera. This is something that I wanted to see. Something I wanted to see earlier. They've finally got a garrison out here. But look at this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they got the Rail River set up there. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. This is what we're looking for though. Mav trying to get a Gary up north there for the pincer push onto Hill 400. But God, it's brutal, isn't it? It's absolutely brutal at the moment. This fight. Nowhere to go. No, take a shot every time. Beardy Brad telling everyone you have to take a shot every time I rebuke VK for his terrible airheads. And let's face it, there's quite a few. I just want to go back and have a look over here at the moment, see what's happening around the back there. Boignant, Cooler, Obi, and somebody else. Oh, there's that sniper. Oh, Mr. Cheese picked him up. But look, they're just having to deal with onesies and twosies back here, Chimera. I wonder if anyone's pressuring. Yes, there is. There's a bit of pressure on the artillery for the Raptors as well. Not paper mill, it's over this way. Shaz is in there. Oh, look at that. So they've got, people around the back here trying to sweep. Oh, no, Middle's trying to bring up a half-track. That's interesting that we caught that. I'll be wondering where that half-track ends up. So a bit of pressure on the artillery here. Nice work from Shaz. That should slow it down a little bit. But the front lines have dissolved a little bit here. With the exception of popping rounds on top of Hill 400 at the moment, or on Rower itself, there's nowhere else to really to shoot, is there? Because you just, people wouldn't be static. If you're static, you're doing it wrong on this map. There's so many ways you can just sort of, if you're running up a hill, sort of like here where Daniel and Vinz are, if you're running up through here and you're getting shot a lot, go 50 metres to your right, try again. That's how I look at it. Nice kill there from, was the President? Is he in there? No, that's not. Someone else got him. Oh, yeah, yes, that's President. President's in the bunker. Oh, interesting spot. Okay. Just starting to see the point blink now. Chimera just putting a pressure on it. Yeah, absolutely. We will see what they can do here. They've got a Gary in this way somewhere. Spherical's in towards it. I know they've got a spawn over here somewhere. So this is one that the Chimera guys have to cover and have to clear out. Spherical and Hacker. Oh, Hacker nails Spherical. Nice kill from Hacker. Where is that garrison, I wonder? Oh, now, bam, 1-2. Hacker, called out by the caster, gets taken down as well. We definitely got a spawn up in here, but I think this might be an OP. I wanted to just have a quick look. Try and get a bit of an understanding of what sort of defence they've got. Jam getting shredded there at the side. There it is. There's the garrison around the back. So, good place for a garrison. Not exactly right on the point. And note to all on those types of things, just remember to move your artillery around through all the obvious points, right? And you probably, as an artillery player, what is that? Is that a VK special? No, it's not. Not. I just saw a red garrison, by the way. We're going to go and check that out. So they're trying to put something up down that way. VK is. Just you would have sat down and done your research on all of the points where you're going to shoot with artillery. That's what you would have done. If it was me and I was an artillery player on this, I would have a fucking spreadsheet with the map that I was about to play on and all the coords for everything that I was ever going to shoot at, all right? And the exact points on the map as well. So, I know you can use your artillery calculators, but if I was on Hill 400, I would have what I call pre-positioned artillery. So I'm going to fire a barrage of 3 at that bunker there, barrage of 3 at that bunker there, barrage of 6 along this row here. That sort of thing, and I would have those set already, and try and get some intel on the ground, which is an interesting one, actually. I wonder if many teams are using forward observers. As in, within the squad here, I'm with Cooler and Crackshot. They're both at the back point. FOs. This is somebody who's actually just specifically there to call to the artillery. Now, I will say this, by the way. I do know a lot of what goes on, but I like to see chat talking about it. How do you use your artillery players in these comps, gang? How do you use your forward observers? Do you use forward observers? Is it just your artillery fucking just shoots its shit as it sees fit? Or is there a predetermined way of communicating where you want artillery to land? I've played all sorts of things like that in different matches. I'm wondering how the comp teams like to do it. Don't spill all of your secrets, but at this stage it doesn't really matter. You know, we know what people do. We do know. Anyway, bit of a pressure around the back here from Chimera. VK there, just looking to see where that actually is. You can see he's popped down that. Recon that is. And look at this. Look at the Raptors are just everywhere, aren't they? So Chimera not going anywhere at the moment. We're almost halfway through the battle here, folks. I'm sweating like a pig because it is a long, hard, arduous battle. And it's just all these spot fights going on. Look at this, down in this forestry over here. Very, very brutal kind of, you know, forestry fighting. This is a popular area for putting stuff. Nice kill there. Lupus picked up his man. Now Lupus will try and move up, and he'll probably get picked up by somebody else, and it'll trade. This trade is quite tough. You can see Muse there. Oh, Luke, there we go. Told you. Always the way. So Lupus now down there. OP's coming in. There's Monty and President trying to sweep through the forest here. Short Ass and Daniel going in. Boom. Muse picking up a nice kill there on Short Ass. Daniel going, fuck me, where are they? And it is, oh, he's going to get a grenade to the face. He's got no way of dealing with that. Oh, no, he got up and he died. They've got everything here, haven't they? Look at that. Raptors have just got some great squad play going on. Chimera seem to be getting picked apart in ones and twosies. That's what's occurring. I think that's what's occurring here. Too many times so far, I've watched Chimera have 2 or 3 people get killed by 5 or 6 Raptors. I'd be interested to see what the Raptors breakdown of team is. There's a couple of pretty big squads here though from Chimera. They're 5s. They're definitely 5s or 6s. Yeah, that is really interesting. What else have we got? This looks like a lot of aircraft going over, so there must be something happening. We don't see any airhead from Chimera yet. That could be a Raptors airhead though. You know what? That's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, I fucking knew it too, didn't I? That is a Raptors airhead, and I reckon there'll be a bombing run coming in on this. I do reckon. I reckon VK's the only one there. He needs someone back to help him. There should be someone, anti-tank, spawning back immediately just in case VK screws this. We hear that? Here comes the plane. Here comes the plane. This is a big play here. Big, big, big play. VK is going to wear it in the face from this bombing run. There it goes. Can he get around there and take this out? That is huge. I think he's got it. I think he's got it. Smoke's gone in on the point as well. VK is now getting rid of that airhead. Oh, there it is. VK, game saving. Game saving. But look at this around the back here. They don't give a shit about that airhead. They've got 3 squad leaders around the back. Chimera now in big trouble on the point. VK's been taken down. There's 5v none now on the point from Raptors vs Chimera. And there we go. The cap has started. Brilliant, brilliant play here from the Raptors. They did that distracting airhead bombing run. They combined everything on it. I'm just going to look and see if there's a garrison in here. There probably is. I can see something flashing in there. No, it wasn't. Fuck knows where it is. Get back out of it and have a look. Chimera in a world of hurt here, folks. There goes the garrison for Chimera on the point. They've got a tank coming in, though. Okay, so this tank will make a difference. 76 pushing in. Where is he? He's somewhere underneath us. I can hear it. There it is. Boom. 1 in on the point, and Chimera are holding for now. Big play here from Raptors, though. What a great play from them. Look at that. There we got a spawn coming in from Chimera, that bottom left corner. God, they have to surge now. They have to send about 10 people back here. you would send about 10 back. And the wave coming through that middle area, which Chimera have never controlled their 11 o'clock position. They have got a lovely little push coming in down there. Vins is still alive. Diesel's probably picked up one, maybe two. Ooh, look at this now. Just seeing that. There's a spawn down the bottom right corner. That has to be the garrison. They've managed to sneak one in. There it is, folks. They've snuck a garrison down the bottom here. And it's an unknown garrison from the Raptors. The Chimera team do not know about that garrison. That is going to continue to be a thorn in Chimera's eye. And there's a surge. This is a big play from Raptors. They've lost all their OPs in the forest there, if they had any, from those squad leaders. Andy, there's Coos throwing up a flare. What's it called? We have a little drink. I think we need a VK special, ladies and gentlemen, to take it back to the Raptors a little bit. Chimera at the moment are in a world of hurt. Again, on the point, on their defensive point, they don't have a defense. They have a bunch of people running around the bush trying to work out where the fuck the enemy are. Here comes Precision Strike. That's going to be going in on that 76. Has it got it? Oh, yes it did! A really, really big Raptors play on the 76. Boom! Thank you for coming there. 76. Great kill from the Raptors. Folks, this is really cracking open here right now. The Raptors have just got the combined arm stuff happening brilliantly at the moment. And you can see, look where they are. They're everywhere. There are Raptors fucking everywhere at the moment. Where are the Chimera team on their own defensive point? This slot here. Sorry, but half of that should be back right now. No question. You are not... if you're nobody in the house right there, there's fucking Kelthus in there, and he's going, I'm the only one in here, guys, and I'm getting shot at. All right? That is something you've got to deal with. A half a squad back. Or get your artillery to come over here, or something. You've just lost your tank as well, and there's a Panther just driven in. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You got to defend. You cannot let it get to this stage. Cannot let it get to this stage. So now Flick's put an OP down there, probably a fucking garrison as well. All right, Jinx has just died. I'd be screaming in command chat, get back, get back. Absolutely. So there's that garrison. Spawns in another wave. Chimera are going to lose this point. They are not going to win the cap race. They're stupid if they think they can actually cap this out now with the number of bodies that are in here and the complete loss of sector control here from Chimera in the defensive area. And look at that. They're not even capping that other point. Come on, guys. Where are you? Frustrating viewers, if you're on the Chimera team right now, you'd be annoyed. I am. I just cannot understand this type of play. I really cannot. Where is the team? So, Raptors are going to cap this. What do we got next, though? We've got Convoy Ambush. Yeah, it's a reasonably good area to defend against, but they've got to cap 2 back to win this map. They've got to come back 2 points against this team to actually win this. Raptors take Royal River House quite easily, to be honest. That was depressing. And they're already started to take the next sector because look at this. This down here, Chimera have finally found that garrison. VK has taken it down. Oh, I just fucking had a drink, didn't I? All right. Frustrating. Bam, there we go. Old mate just shot him down as well. Now they're all over this point. They have still got people out here. All right. Where are the Chimera team, guys? Where are they? They have just left the battlefield. There's a spawn wave coming up there at the moment. They've got to surge hard. They can't get anybody off the point here. This is just not good. We're just over halfway through the match, folks, but it's going to be GG's in about 1.5 minutes because Chimera don't seem to have defense tonight. They left Royal River House wide open. Wide open. VK was there by himself taking out an enemy airhead, and there was no Chimera player for 200 meters, more or less. And so what occurred is there's a whole fucking heap of Raptors managed to spawn all sorts of things and just look at it. Now, look at this. Look at it. Surging up the hill there. Nothing Chimera can do, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute shredding by the Raptors of the Chimera team. 45 minutes in. It took them a little bit to get off the start. Chimera got things going. I mean, there's this wave is holding. This wave is holding. Chimera, nah, they're losing again. It's just so many Raptors running around. And pound for pound, we know they can win the trades against Chimera. And they're probably going to win this trade. Oh, this is tight. Come on, Chimera. Make a fight of it. Absolutely make a fight of it. Keep your attacking squad in there. Absolutely agree with that. Keep them pressuring onto that point. But you've got to surge 40 people onto this point right now to clear this shit out and just sweep them out. Starburst them out from the point. Sweep them out everywhere. Get them all going different directions. Alpha squad, go east. Bravo squad, southeast. Charlie, south. Delta, southwest. And that's what you need to be doing. Surge, 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 surge. Get them all over the place in a big starburst. Control those 4 squares. This is your point to defend. Chimera are starting to fight it back. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody out there is listening to me. They've got so many to fight against at the moment from the Raptors, but Chimera are just working their way out. Don't know where that rocket was going. Jam in on Row River House, just got picked off. They can sweep down to Row River and take this back 1-2. They can do this. But they don't have enough options. Couple of OPs going on. This would probably be a good time for an airhead, actually. Here come the tanks coming in on the hill as well. Chimera are holding on, but look at this, the skin of their teeth at the moment, and they're just starting to lose the point again. And now what the problem is, of course, is the Raptors commander is smart enough to know, let's attack from the south there. You can see Koos and the commander over there, Pigman, as they come back over, they'll sweep through. Chimera need to be careful there. They'll lose that garrison. If they lose that garrison, it's definitely all over. There's no coming back from that. God, they are just hanging on here. Hanging on. Great half tracks. I'm sure that there's a Raptors half track out there somewhere that did some of the dirty work that's going on right now. That agility is what we were talking about before. Chimera, still a lot of trouble. We've still got some sort of spawn down here, by the way. I know that. Let's get ourselves around and keep sweeping. We'll stay up in this panoramic. At the moment, we really do want to see all of this gameplay that's going on here. 2 tanks sitting on the point there. That's going to make a difference for Chimera. I'd maybe even consider sending one of those tanks down to Row River House with the infantry that's there, just to put that extra pressure on the point, but have more infantry, of course, here on Convoy Ambush, which is the defensive point that they're trying to hold on to. So maybe keep the 76 up here and run the faster tank up forward. I don't know, actually, because if you run into a Panther or something, that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Chimera doing good-ish work at the moment, though. They are gradually stripping the Raptors away from the point itself. Still plenty of... just do a quick check of resourcing. Not the best resources going on, is it? But they're struggling a little bit there. They're just not getting enough momentum on Row River. The Raptors are shutting down the garrisons and things like that. They are going to take back Convoy House. So well done, Chimera. Well done. But all the pressure at the moment for them. All the pressure. Bam, there goes a tank on the point from Tommy. Managed to pick him up, and of course he does the respawn. Cosmos going to sit there in chat 30 minutes ago, lose the hill, lose the game. Very much so. But Chimera couldn't do anything with their attack off the hill because Raptors were just on it, even though they had a shitty start there with truck death rather. I'm wondering if Chimera lost any troops on the way in. I didn't really see anything happen like that, but the pressure's still on the point here. You can see Chimera don't hold the point. It's a Raptors held point, but sector control falls into Chimera's favour at the moment. They haven't used the reinforce, by the way. I haven't seen that pop up. But look at this control up here. This is here. This is Chimera's prime real estate. And there we go, we're starting to lose the point again from Chimera. Over the back there is a set of supplies going up. VK knows he's in a lot of trouble. He's setting up a garrison up that top left corner there to try and sweep in behind, and that will make a difference. Actually, that's a brilliant garrison over there, top left, because that will give his team a chance to sweep along the riverbank and up towards Convoy Ambush. It'll clear out a couple of airheads, garrisons, fucking whatever they're called, OPs, and then give them a chance to run along the Row River House as well. If they can control that north sector a bit better on this map, Chimera, if they can control that north area, then they'll actually hold on to Convoy and probably take back Row River. And that's the area. Now, we saw it a couple of times in the match so far that Raptors went to control that north part of Row River and Convoy, and they succeeded, which is why we are where we are. And here's a bombing run coming in. Raptors bombing run coming in, and Chimera, huge amount of trouble here. That bombing run going... Well, I think it's going towards a garrison. Actually, fuck, that's that garrison we just talked about. And it's down below us. There's a few Chimera players. Oh, they managed to get a spawn off, though. How the hell? That's an OP. That's why. I was like, that was nasty. Okay, big trouble here for Chimera still. Now they're starting to come it back in. God, folks, I am sweating my ass off here right now. This is a stressful match. Chimera are just hanging on. I mean, they can win it from here. We know they're good enough. But, cripes. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know what Chimera can do except take this north area here. If they clear this out, then they've got to push in there, but they've got nothing over there at the moment. It's just all died, and there's just not enough. It's almost like there's not enough infantry on the field. And they're losing the points so much at the moment. Look at the Raptors are just now on it. They are on it, and they are throwing everything at it. And they've got to spawn in close for sure. I think it's GG's now, folks. I think we are at a point now where the Raptors have got enough momentum into the point itself. Strafe going in on God knows what. This is GG's. Yeah, Raptors are holding this way too well. They are not going to be dug out of there. Chimera just don't have the infantry at the moment. We can see them coming in. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, There's no reinforce usable here, of course, because there's no Chimera on the point itself, in the circle itself, really. They've got some sector cap going on over on the Row River House. That's irrelevant right now. 36 minutes and 58 seconds down, and it is going to be a 5-0 victory to the Raptors. Unfortunately for Chimera, congratulations to the Raptors. Well done to them on a brilliant victory there, and quite comprehensive, to be fair. Let's get rid of the header bar. We'll have a little bit of a look-see here. And Coco, you can have my point there, mate, for your 5 subs last week. There's the team's Navy, of course, being the Raptors leader there. Just roll down a little bit and have a look-see at these guys here. See who we have. A few good players in there. If you've got your favourites, of course, see how they go. Run down a couple more. Oh, there we go. We're just going to do the quick screen flick over. And look at me levelling up, Rifleman. Yes, excellent. Hey, I got to say, by the way, next weekend, folks, I believe Update 13 is coming out in the next week, which means I think we'll see some very different competition next weekend. A lot more burning stuff. A lot more burning stuff. Oh, I'm almost at 200. Look at that. Okay, scribbling our way down here now. Last players on their team. There we go. Back up through the middle, have another look. I just like to show you who's who in the zoo. As the teams are, anyway. All right. Wow. So, folks, what did we think of that? I think there's a few points there, and I'll bring it up in a second once we get back out to the main screen. I'll just show you some stuff there, I think. My wrap-ups are usually pretty small, so please hang around with me if you can. And we'll probably try and raid someone in 30 minutes' time, as I always do, at least try, anyway. So there we go. Let's get ourselves back across to the warm-up screen. Boom, like this. And get a little bit of a New Orleans still. Yeah, rocking it on a Sunday night. So let's turn the map on and we'll get ourselves out of that match. And we'll have a look here. So Chimera had a whole bunch of troops up here, up at near Flak Pits, and they controlled that area too much. Too many, I think. I mean, it was a fight up there, don't get me wrong. They didn't do anything down the bottom of the map there, down near Southern Approach, south of Southern Approach towards Trainwork, which was the next point they need to be taking. Until, what, 30 minutes into the match? All right. There was no pressure on Trainwreck, so that gave, well, not enough anyway. It gave Raptors all the chance here in that, I don't even know what the column that is, actually. We're Flak Pits, right-hand side of all the Hill 400 Flak Pits in it. It gave Raptors the chance to just push up from there. Pushed up from Southern Approach. Then they got around down the south of the map there, Agile, and they got towards Kirchweg, and they pushed a garrison that way. And they just got control around the hill, and they took the hill. From there, they did the same thing up north. They got, you know, these forest maps are about agility. I saw lots of stand and defend garrisons and things from the Chimera guys tonight. I didn't see the agility that they usually have. Maybe they were getting cut down trying to get there. I don't quite understand it, but I certainly think they gave up a couple of sectors, a couple of grid areas of the map pretty easily, and they never really tried to contest them that I saw, and I was watching it pretty closely. And go back and watch the replay by all means, but, you know, and then they just got rolled up here, up at Convoy and Row River. That was just very, 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 very good play. And that was the second critical mistake from Chimera. You never, ever give up your second last defensive point. Ever. It is, you hold that at all costs. And we saw VK being the only defender there when an airhead was coming in. And we know these maps are about agility, and sure as shit, you look slightly right, and there's a whole spread of Raptors coming out, and there's a fucking garrison there and everything like that. Chimera gave up Royal River House way too easy. Just, yeah. And so that is a failing. At this level of comp, you can't afford to have those types of fails. So a bit of reflection there, I think, for Chimera. Love me or hate me for it, that's what I honestly think. You guys need to have a very strong look at why you lost Royal River House. Raptors, though, yeah, look, there was some great play in there, some lucky play, but some very, very good play in there. Agility was on point. So we see them now on the screen here. You can see they go up to the 2-1 column. They'll play whoever lost out of that top group. Chimera down into the delegation. So then now, as of next weekend, Chimera will have a chance of being out of the competition. We don't want to see that, of course. So they've also got a chance to progress. They'll have 2 more matches to get through to the playoffs, or if they lose either of the next 2 matches, they're out. So that's it, folks. That's where we're at after a very interesting evening of it. I've been your host, Noppers. I'm not going to carry on with too much more stuff. I'm going to call it there. If there is someone to raid in 30 minutes' time, I hope you join me then, and we'll raid across. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the next stream. Hopefully, it's the next seasonal with Chimera. I'm always up for a good fight, and it was a pretty good fight. Congratulations to Raptors, commiserations to Chimera. Ladies and gents, thanks for watching. Good night.